20 years. So much time has passed. We know there was new evidence, but why now? Is the justice system changing? And if Cory Epps is not the killer of Tamika Means, then who? Here's 7 Eyewitness News Chief Investigator Charlie Specht.
That was suspected killer Cory Epps back in 1998, going to jail for a crime he didn't commit.
Someone else is potentially responsible for this murder.
The evidence was thin from the start, with just one person picking Epps out of a police lineup.
This was a one-witness identification case.
Zero corroboration.
It's that type of error where a witness mistakenly identifies the wrong person as the perpetrator that accounts for more than 75% of the 200 wrongful convictions in the United States that have been overturned by DNA evidence.
It's a case that, and you say, how did somebody get convicted on this flimsy evidence?
But Mark Paoni, a former sheriff's deputy in Rochester who now teaches at Hilbert College, says while it's always ideal to have DNA evidence, that's not always possible at every crime scene.
On the TV shows, they'll find everything. They'll find, a pebble that fell off a guy's shoe 200 yards away in the middle of a busy street, and they'll run some, that's just not reality. We have to work with what we have at the time with what we have it.
But if Epps isn't the killer, exactly who is that mystery man who pulled the trigger 20 years ago? Authorities aren't saying, but there are some clues that point to this man.
The individual who we now believe responsible is in jail on another homicide for 25 to life.
Authorities aren't yet naming their prime suspect in order to protect the person who came forward with the new evidence.
The individual who came forward is scared.
But news clippings from the day of Epps' sentencing 2 decades ago show defense attorney Andy Latempio was pointing at this man, Russell Montgomery, as the real killer. Flynn said the real killer bears a striking resemblance to Epps.
The photograph of him and Cory Epps are eerily similar, like twins similar.
He also fits the description in that he is currently serving a 25-year prison sentence for another killing. Flynn said he'll draw up papers right away in order to prosecute that man, but said time is his biggest enemy in convicting the real killer.
I firmly believe it, yeah. I firmly believe it. Now, again, whether or not I can prove it beyond a reasonable doubt in a courtroom is a whole other story.
At the end of the day, all sides say this is a gross miscarriage of justice, a miscarriage of justice that could always happen again as long as you have the human element. Men and women who serve on our juries, men and women who, as we see here, sometimes make mistakes. In the studio, Charlie Specht, 7 Eyewitness News.